Take a break from your busy schedule and join Harold Sala for Guidelines, a 5-minute commentary on living.
If you could only see the hand of God in the troubles which confront you, how different would be your response to what is happening in our world today? Do you agree? Or are you so overwhelmed by what is happening to you personally that you see no pattern, no evidence of the caring hand of God in your life? When things look tough and the sky seems dark with storm clouds, there are times when you must look beyond and hold on to what you know is true, regardless of your emotions and feelings. Tough times pass, but tough people, those who are focused on what God says about our lives, endure. Such a man was Jeremiah, one of the prophets of God who lived during one of the most chaotic periods of world history ever recorded. In our generation, we have seen the rise of nuclear terror. We have seen genocide, unparalleled numbers of people forced from their homes and homelands fleeing violence. We have watched evil rise up and grip our globe in fear. These events were the kind of things that confronted Jeremiah. However, he added to these cataclysmic events something personal, something which brought the conflict to his doorstep. The very nation which he loved, his own country, was about to be overthrown by Babylon, a ruthless and cruel enemy. Jeremiah had to proclaim this, a message which was denounced as unpatriotic and traitorous. Jeremiah looked beyond the clouds and heard the voice of God, just as you must when your world is collapsing. Yes, God said Israel would go into captivity for 70 years, but then God promised restoration. He promised, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Looking beyond the immediate difficulties, Jeremiah saw the coming of the Messiah, Jesus Christ, whom he described as a righteous branch from David's line, who would do what is just and right in the land. So certain was Jeremiah that God would keep his word, he actually bought a piece of property which was in default, took the title deed and buried it in a jar, so when the troubles had passed, he could come back and take title to the property. Read about it in Jeremiah 32. Friend, if you have the vantage of God in the situation confronting you today, if you did, would you look differently at things? If you knew something of his plan and power to bring order out of chaos in your personal world, would you be so worried? Life may appear to be a terrible catastrophe, a sad alignment of difficulties which may make you question whether there even is a God. But the story isn't finished. The song has not ended, and God isn't through with you for a minute. That's where trust must come into the picture. Before you can really trust God, you need to settle several issues. 1, accept what the Bible says, that God is a good God, and that as Jeremiah wrote, he has plans for his children far beyond what you think or see. 2, you need to realize there is no respect of persons with him. What he has done for others, people you read about in the Bible, he can do for you. And 3, you need to take the step of faith whereby you say, "Yes, God, I'll trust you just today. Let's walk together. Yes, God, give me strength just for today."
You've just heard Dr. Harold Sala with Guidelines, a 5-minute commentary on living. If you would like to listen to the program again, download a copy, subscribe to our e-commentary, or view other resources, visit guidelines.org. We would like to hear from you too. You can email us at info@guidelines.org. That's info@guidelines.org. Thanks for listening, and we invite you to join us again for the next edition of Guidelines.